ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा माह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्यतं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते श्री नामने नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते शिला भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामने नमस्ते सरस्वती देव्य गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशैतितारिणे मूकं करोति वाचालं भङ्गं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम्. So today's verses are Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 3, Chapter 25, verses 14 and 15. I'll share the screen. 14 and 15. Yeah. Okay. So we'll do glorification of Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. Oh, sorry, I am not in the right place. I think this one. Yeah. Share screen. Mobile. Share screen and then here. Okay. So we are here. Yeah. So let's read the verse 14. Tamimam te pravachyami yamavocam puranake rishinam srutukamanam yogam sarvanganaipunam. Sorry, I didn't say my Krishnai Vasudevaya Devaki Nandana Chananda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namo Nama Pankajanabhaya Nama Pankajamaline Nama Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajankre. So we'll read the verse one more time. Tamimam te pravachyami yamavocam puranakhe rishinam srotukamanam yogam sarvanganaipunam. That is, tamimam, that very day to you, pravachyami, I shall explain. Yam, which, avocham, I explained Pura, formerly, Anake, O pious mother, Rishina, to the sages, Srotakamana, eager to hear, Yogam, yoga system, Sarvanga, in all respects, Naigunam, serviceable and practical. So, translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. O most pious mother, I shall now explain unto you the ancient yoga system, which I explained formerly to the great sages. It is serviceable and practical in every way. So the Lord does not manufacture a new system of yoga. Sometimes it is claimed that someone has become an incarnation of God and is expounding a new theological aspect of the absolute truth. But here we find that although Kapila Muni is the Lord himself and is capable of manufacturing a new doctrine for his mother, he nevertheless says, I shall just explain the ancient system which I once explained to the great sages, because they were also anxious to hear about it. When we have a super excellent process already present in Vedic scriptures, there is no need to concoct a new system to mislead the innocent public. At present, it has become a fashion to reject the standard system and present something bogus in the name of a newly invented process of yoga. So here Kapila Muni is answering the questions from his mother, Devahuti. She is she is asking about how to approach liberation, having been caught up in the network of the senses. How can one, transcend the modes of, transcend and attain liberation? So yesterday, Varshana Mataji said these three are the seeds of the yoga system, these three verses. So the Lord is beginning to explain to her the Bhakti Yoga system. So he is saying, so this is already in the Vedic civilization, Vedic literatures. So I am going to present to you that same system, because many rishis, sages, have been interested to hear about this, and so there is a super excellent process already present in Vedic scriptures. Srila Prabhupada is saying, nowadays so many systems of yoga are in prevalence. We will see any mall or anywhere on the street, oh, come for yoga, practice yoga. But that is all simply some physical, physical exercises, fitness programs, physical, and which will sort of calm down the mind, we can say. But it doesn't touch upon the basic meaning of the word yoga. Yoga means to connect with the Supreme Lord. So the living entity who is lost in the samsara. The process of yoga is to put him in touch with the Supreme Lord, and to revive his connection, his constitutional position thereby. So these yogas are for simply finding some, peace of mind, maybe, so some feeling of physical wellness. There are so many yoga products are out there in the market. So that doesn't mean the real yoga. So we can see that in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says to Arjuna in chapter 2, Evam parambara praptamimam rajarshyo viduhu sakalena mahada yoge nashta parandapaham. So this yoga system, which was received through the chain of disciplic succession, and the saintly kings understood it in that way. But in course of time, the succession was broken, and therefore the science as it is appears to be lost. So Krishna is reviving. He is saying that somehow it became lost in the course of time. So I am going to instruct you on that same principles. So same thing. Kapila Muni is, after all, another incarnation of Sri Krishna in a previous yuga, and he is telling his mother the same thing. We can see there is such a close resemblance between the devotional service advised to Mother Devahuti, the Sankhya Yoga by Kapila Muni, and the Bhakti Yoga. So now we will go to the next verse, that is 15. 15 is saying, Chedha khalvasya bandhaya muktaye jatmano madam guneshu saktam bandhaya vratam va pumsi muktaye. Chedha khalva asya bandhaya muktaye jatmano madam guneshu saktam bandhaya ratam va pumsi muktaye. That is Cheta, consciousness. Kalu, indeed, Asya, of him, of the living entity. Bandhaya, for bondage. Muktaye, for liberation. Cha, and Atmana, of the living entity. Madam is considered Guneshu in the three modes of nature. Saptam, attracted. Bandhaya, for conditional life. Ratam, attached. Va, or Pumsi, in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Muktaye, for liberation. So, translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The stage in which the consciousness of the living entity is attracted by the three modes of material nature is called conditional life. But when that same consciousness is attached to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one is situated in the consciousness of liberation. So there is a distinction here between Krishna consciousness and Maya consciousness. Guneshu, or Maya consciousness, involves attachment to the three material modes of nature, under which one works sometimes in goodness and knowledge, sometimes in passion, and sometimes in ignorance. These different qualitative activities with the central attachment for material enjoyment are the cause of one's conditional life. When the same Cheda or consciousness is transferred to the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, or when one becomes Krishna conscious, he is on the path of liberation. So, the living entity, how, first of all, in Bhagavad Gita, Lord says how one falls into material nature. That is 13:22. Bhagavan, I can't remember now, 13:22. That is Let's go to 1322. Okay, over here, 1 second. Sorry, 1 second. So Purusha Prakristho hi punkte Prakritijan gunan Karanam gunasangosya sada sadyoni janmasuhum. That is, the living entity in material nature thus follows the ways of life, enjoying the three modes of nature. This is due to his association with that material nature. Thus, he meets with good and evil among various species. So, this is talking about, this verse is talking about how we fall into take birth in material nature, in this or that species of life, because we are enjoying in the modes of nature, depending upon our propensities at the time of when this body comes to an end, when this life in this particular body comes to an end, another body is, material body is awarded to us. So, as long as one is living in the modes of nature, according to the ways of, one's swabhava, or, accepting the modes of nature, then rebirth in the material body is inevitable. That is what Krishna is saying. So, this is the cause for being bound into the material nature, first of all. And here the Lord is saying, this is the conditional, this is called conditional life. We are conditioned to enjoy the ways of material nature. And we are, struggling with our senses to be the enjoyer. That is 15.7 of Bhagavad Gita. Mamai vamshe jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaha prakritistan indriyani prakritistan indriyani I don't remember the last one. That is, he is trying to control nature. That is, he is struggling to get control over nature, to be the enjoyer himself. Manasasthani indriyani pragatistani karshati. That is, he is lost in the struggle for enjoyment, finding happiness in this material nature. Now, how to direct that consciousness, that cheda, that living entity, that this is the wrong place to search for happiness. Whatever is so-called happiness, yesterday we said, the verse said, sometimes enjoying happiness, sometimes distress. And we don't know what is this, ultimately, what is this material happiness and material distress. It is like they come and go, they are temporary. So we have to tolerate, but we have to struggle at the same time to rise above this material imprisonment in this house of Maya. So Maya consciousness, to think that we are free, independent to enjoy, and our business is to increase our comforts. That is like a prisoner thinking. I can go to an A-class prison. There may be TV there, there may be AC there, things like that. But a prison is prison anyway. So he has to experience birth and death, old age and disease. These are inevitable in this material world. So, to direct that consciousness to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, to transcendence. Then, as soon as one is able to do that, then he is situated in the consciousness of liberation. So, Lord says in 7:19, Behunam Janmanamande Jnanavan Mam Prapadyante Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha. That is, after many, many births, he is situated in real knowledge. And his consciousness is Vasudeva Sarvamiti. That is, everything is Krishna. So when one is situated in that consciousness, then he is already in liberation. So Srila Prabhupada says in one more verse I have noted down. Yeah, that is Mam cha yo abhyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samidiptaidan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. That is, one who engages in full devotional service, unfailing in all circumstances, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. So here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, one should, that is, one should not be disturbed by the activities of the modes of nature. Instead of putting his consciousness into such activities, he may transfer his consciousness to Krishna activities. Krishna activities are known as Bhakti Yoga, always acting for Krishna. This includes not only Krishna, but his different plenary expansions, such as Rama and Narayana. He has innumerable expansions. One who is engaged in the service of any of the forms of Krishna or of his plenary expansions is considered to be transcendently situated. One should also note that all the forms of Krishna are fully transcendental, blissful, full of knowledge and eternal. Such personalities of Godhead are omnipotent and omniscient, and they possess all transcendental qualities. So, if one engages himself in the service of Krishna or his plenary expansion with unfailing determination, although these modes of material nature are very difficult to overcome, one can overcome them easily. So, to be in Krishna consciousness or in devotional service means to acquire equality with Krishna. That is, he has already transcended. And the Lord says that his nature is eternal, blissful, and full of knowledge, Satchidananda. And the living entities are part and parcel of the Supreme, as gold particles are part of a gold mine. Thus, the living entity in his spiritual possession is as good as gold, as good as Krishna in quality. So this is the path. Kapila Dev is instructing to Mother Devhuti, and the culmination of this conversation, this consciousness, we will see in text 20. Text 20, which our Nityananda Prana Prabhu was, highlighting so many times in our March 1st, 2nd program. Prasangamacharam pashamatmanaha kavayo viduhu sa eva sadhushu krito mokshadvaram apavritam. That is, every learned man knows very well that attachment for the material is the greatest entanglement of the spirit soul. But that same attachment, when applied to the self-realized devotees, opens the door of liberation. So here, first we said we should be attached to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and to be situated at the lotus feet of the Lord. But how can we go there? Only if we attach to the sadhus, the teachings of the true saints. And the Bhagavata, by embracing the Bhagavata principles. So following the person Bhagavata, I mean, that's very important to get close to the personality of God and Bhagavan. So just like a businessman, he is very interested, in this and that, because he sees everything as a means for increasing his wealth. Similarly, the transcendentalist should open his mind to the many channels through which we are receiving this transcendental knowledge and follow there. So Queen Kunti says in her prayers, "Oh Krishna, others say you have appeared to propagate, to propagate the process of devotional service, that is Bhakti Yoga Vidhanartha. That is the process of hearing and chanting." And so the Lord appears for his devotees, Paritranaya Sadhuna, and that too to give the process of knowledge and bhakti, and to increase detachment. So since we are here, tomorrow is Gaura Purnima, we will spend a couple of minutes on Lord Chaitanya's advent, to propagate this process of propagate the Sankirtan process in this Kali Yuga. This is just Kirtanadeva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Param Rachet. Just simply glorifying Krishna, chanting his names, one is able to achieve liberation. So I will just say a few famous statements of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You all can complete that particular point. So you get 1 or 2 minutes to build on that one. So Mahaprabhu said, having taken birth in Bharatavarsha, it is your responsibility to help yourself and help others. Does anybody know that particular words, Chaitanya Charitamrita? If possible, please say that one. I don't know. Bharata Bhumile Janma or something. Does anybody know that one?
ভারত ভূমিতে মনুষ্য জন্ম হইল যার, জন্ম সার্থক করি করক পর উপকার।
Thank you, Chintamani Mataji, please. Thank you. Of course you will know. And then what did he say about becoming a guru? That is, Yo Krishna Tattva Veti Sai Guru. Please say that one, dear.
How it starts? Sorry. যেই কৃষ্ণ সেই গুরু হয়, যেই কৃষ্ণ তত্ত্ববিদ সেই গুরু হয়।
Yeah.
Yeah, you go on, Mataji. I'll try to remember that.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter one's birth or social position. One who knows the teachings of Krishna, the science of Krishna, he is already guru. And what did the Lord say about one's own true identity? That you are neither neither a Vaishya, Shudra, Chandala, anybody, but you are the true servant of Gopi Partrupada Kamalaya Dasanu Dasanu Dasa. Please say that one day.
Previous one, Mataji, Kiba Vipra Kibanya
Kiva Vipra, yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Guru Hoy, yeah.
Yeah.
Please say that one.
Naham Vipra na cha narapati na pivesho na shudro naham varni na cha grahapati na vanasto yatirva kintu prodya nikhila paramananda purnam ratbher gopi bhartur padakamalya or dasa dasa anudasa.
How beautiful, na? It liberates you from all designations that you are normally known by. That you think I belong to this varna or asrama, or this caste or creed or this. None of that. Each living entity is a Gopi Bhartru Padagamali or Dasana Dasana Dasa. I am the servant of the servant. So he directly connecting the Jiva soul to Krishna. And then Mahaprabhu is like he is, I have so many fruits. How can I eat everything? Please help distribute. The many branches of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Bhakti school, Chaitanya branch. There are some, how many? I remember it was going above 60 or something. And so Mahaprabhu is considering himself like a gardener who has, who has, so many fruits of this, in this Bhakti Vriksha. And then he wants to distribute, everybody to distribute. He said, how can I alone do this job? So he is asking everybody to cooperate in distributing the Sankirtan movement. So Srila Prabhupada said, distributing the books. What can you do by just 2-minute preaching? Simply distributing the literatures. And Srila Prabhupada came simply to write his books and give to the whole world teachings of Lord Chaitanya. So with this, we are already past 2 minutes. So please forgive me if I misspoke some, some things. Thank you all for being here and for patiently listening. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhya kripa sindhubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Any comments or questions?
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Jyotirmaya. Hare Krishna. Please accept mine too.
Thank you so much for quoting a lot of references, from Srila Prabhupada. Today morning, I just came across one of Srila Prabhupada, lecture, like a shorts from YouTube, where he was saying, like how you said, like, how we all are conditioned, that we forget, where we belong. So in that short, Srila Prabhupada was saying, like how the brain, hand, legs, everything, it has to find the palatable good things and put into the stomach. Like, so we all should know that Krishna is the enjoyer, and it is our duty, to make Krishna to be the enjoyer. Instead, we are so conditioned, like how you said. And there you were like quoting all the examples from the scriptures. It's again and again. I still remember in one of the class of my spiritual master, when he started reading the shloka verse and the translation and purport, the first statement he said is how great Srila Prabhupada is in scriptures, where he writes and again he's so consistent in repeating the same message, right?
Yes.
not a person to usually author, when they write a book, they make sure the readers are they should read the book, the whole book, by putting all flowery languages. But Srila Prabhupada is so consistent in repeating any script, any of his books you take, it's again and again the same points,
Yeah.
but he's very consistent in repeating the same message, to
Yes. And
be convinced,
mm,
right?
yes.
His point is
Yes.
not to make the readers, read
Yeah, I know, I know.
consistent
I
in the.
know. You think you want to go, discover a new place each chapter or something, not like that.
Yes. So I
That's
was
what.
thinking, wherever you quote, it's again and again the same point. How beautiful it makes us, to just, stay strong, go deep into the root, right?
That's right.
So much for
So,
emphasizing these points.
yes. So, Srila Prabhupada, that is why it's so important. When we read Bhagavad Gita, second chapter itself, how he quotes from Bhagavatam and other scriptures. What does it mean, Bhagavan? The one who is having the six opulences in full, etc. Everything is so from scratch. He describes, quoting so many Upanishads and Bhagavatam in Bhagavad Gita. So similarly, when we go to Bhagavatam verses, the cross references are so numerous. So it reinforces our memory and faith in what is the true words of the scriptures, And finally, he makes it so simple. Oh, Krishna, please accept me. That is a prayer. That, simple. The prayer is very simple. Or simply remember Krishna always. Never forget him. That is why we do that. So he makes it simple and at the same time reinforcing the teachings of the scriptures with every passage that he writes. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. And also, Srila Prabhupada always remained a servant to his spiritual master. He never said he is representing anything else, He has come here by the order of his spiritual master. And this is and I am going to give you Bhagavad Gita as it is, and Bhagavatam. That's all he had. And then Chaitanya Charitamrita, of course. So true servant of the disciplic succession. And so that's the, finally, attachment to the sadhu. That is what gives us, frees us from all unwanted, unwanted, fog in our mind. So it clears up our consciousness. That is, thank you so much.
Absolutely true. Thank you, Mataji.
Anything else? Then we can end the call here. Thank you all very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. All have a great day. Krishna consciously. Thank you so much. Prabhu, can we end the call?